Okay, day 3, and we're at the Jersey Pit mine, it's called, or that's what we're calling it anyway. Part of the Jersey mine near Salmo, and yeah, so we're gonna go in. The adits are just up in the corner there. Not really much left for, you know, buildings or anything around here. Most of the ore went down to the main mill way down at the bottom of the hill. So there's nothing really to see here. So we'll go check out the adits and see what's in the Jersey Pit mine. Okay, we just hiked up that. We parked just down, you know, where the trees are down there, and just hiked up this debris pile. And looking behind me here, hard to see, but there's an adit off to the left, or a tunnel, branching tunnel here. Kind of see it going behind the rocks. And then another tunnel here on the right where the timbers are. The left tunnel we'll go check out first. It only goes in about 50 or 100 feet, and then there's a giant stope with a cliff, and you can't get in to access it anyway. I'll show you when we get in there. And yeah, after that we'll go explore the right one. So yeah, let's go check out this left adit first, and we'll see that. Before we head into that left adit, I just wanted to show you guys this old iced tea can that's sitting here outside. Been here for a long time. Anyway, yeah. We'll make our way into that left adit and check that out first. Okay, that's just inside the adit. So there's an old piece of wire hanging here. And looking around behind me, there's ore cart tracks that go in. So we'll follow this a little ways. I don't remember how far in it goes. We were in here yesterday just to kind of scout it out. There's a couple of big cinder blocks. And that one's got wood around it. I'm not sure why, but maybe they were hoisting stuff out of the stope. Another cinder block on the ground there. A little bit of a collapsed, I don't know if it's backfilled or what. A little retaining wall here. And going forward, there's some what looked like explosive boxes on the floor. Used to be anyway, with the tongue and groove. A little bit of a collapsed area behind. And, panning around this way, there's a little collapse in the tunnel. Or it's fallen out of this little cavity here, kind of caved in on us. And then just over top of this collapse is the stope. And it's just a sheer cliff, as you can see. It's just a ledge that goes down into a stope. It does look like, I don't know, like there's another side to it over there, but you can't get to it unless there's another opening somewhere, but I haven't seen it. Unless you can maybe get around from the other adit and come back around this way. I'm not sure. Pretty large cavity. And yeah, it's pretty far down. We threw a rock in yesterday, figured it'd go down about 50 feet or something, but there's just no way to get down. It's just a sheer face. There's nowhere to walk. So anyway, we'll make our way back out of this and go check out that right branching tunnel. Apparently it's pretty extensive, so let's go check out that tunnel. Okay, so here we are back at this main where we climbed in. That left adit's just over there in the corner. And panning around behind me here is the next opening. There's a little collapse inside. The ore cart tracks lead in. So we'll head in, get past this first collapse, and pick up filming when we get past that. Okay, we just made it past that collapse there. You can see the opening to the outside. And panning around here, we're in a timbered section. A bit of a low ceiling with some nails hanging out, so we got to be a bit careful. But yeah, let's make our way in a little bit here. And the ore cart tracks bend off to the left here. So there's an opening to the right. Let's stay to the left here because that track goes over false floor. And we've come to the stope area, as well as more stoping back here and some ladders, as well as a vertical shaft. There are some workings behind it. You can go up and over maybe. There's a vertical shaft going down. It's plugged about 30 feet down maybe, 40 feet down. And some piping and stuff going in there. So we'll wander up here and check out what's in this stope. Have a look around. So that's looking behind me at that vertical shaft or dugout, and there's the ore cart tracks in the tunnel that we came in. And this is looking down into the stope, or yeah, I guess the bottom of the stope, where there's a big pool of water and an opening. We'll go down and check it out. And this is just up off to the left. There's a bunch of piping coming down from up above through a vertical shaft of some kind. And it goes down and around here. So they were obviously bringing, looks like water because it's a pretty significant size pipe, but hard to say. Might have been air, might have been a compressor up there or something. But that looks like, the smaller gauge looks like compressed air, and that one looks like it might have been water, gravity fed water for something. And yeah, more stoping up behind. So we'll make our way down into this pit and check out what's down there. Okay, we're down on the bottom of this cavity now. You can see that's where we came from up there, where that ladder and pipe was coming down. We're down on the bottom of this stoped out area, and they tunneled in there about 10 feet and stopped. There's a small dugout in the back of this, about 4 or 5 feet in. And yeah, behind me is that shaft that goes down. You can see they had some anchors and stuff in the wall here, and support timber there and stuff. I don't know if they were, maybe they were hoisting stuff up to this level, and I'm not too sure exactly. And you can see above where the ore cart tracks are, and that tunnel there that we're going to explore, but we'll go check out the rest of that stope before we do the tunnel. So let's go back out and do that. So that's where we just wandered up from, and we climbed up this, followed this water pipe up, or air pipe. I think it's water. It's pretty large gauge for compressed air, but it might be. And there's an old dynamite box holding it up. It's kind of interesting. The miners used the empty dynamite box to hold up the water pipe. CIL. It's upside down, obviously, but you can see CIL. And yeah, we're gonna walk up into this stope that's on the right hand side here, just past this stall that's roof support that's holding it up. We're gonna go up there. You can see, looking around up there, there's a few more stalls and stuff, so we'll go check it out. Okay, so I made my way up this debris or rubble or waste rock or whatever it is, and yeah, this is it, top of the stope. You can see where the stalls are supporting the roof. They've wedged it in there. And yeah, there's a little kind of a flat. Looks like there used to be a like a walkway here. It's all collapsed now, obviously. But yeah, it looks like they had a walkway that started here, because there's kind of a trail here, or that you could see that they used to walk out here to get to that next stope, I guess. I'm not going to take my chances walking on it. It looks pretty solid, but I don't really want to go down there either. Not in a free fall anyway. There's another stall there, so they were pulling material out of there. Yeah, so we'll, I can see this. This is just stoped out up here too. So I don't know if we'll bother climbing that right hill or not. We'll have a look when we get back down there. And what I can't tell if this is, it almost looks like we're at surface nearly, because there's stuff hanging down from the roof of the stope that almost looks like tree roots and stuff and moss, and so we must be pretty close to the surface here. So yeah, anyway, we'll make our way back down the stope and go on from there. Okay, we're back here at that intersection, or well, not intersection, but that where that stope took off there. There's the tunnel leading out to the entrance and ore cart tracks. There's a branching tunnel off to the left and a little alcove. We're going to stay straight for now. You can see a little window that opened up into that stope that we were in. And yeah, the tunnel continues this way. There's another collapse there up ahead, so we'll climb over that and get back to filming once we get past it. Alright, we passed over that debris pile, collapsed area, and now we come to an area where the tracks split, and they just go about 100 feet in or 75 feet in, and it looks like they just used it for passing each other. When the full cars were coming out and the empty cars were coming in, they would pull over to let each other pass. And yeah, so that's just a little alcove area, and then the main tunnel continues straight ahead. So let's go a bit further in the Jersey pit mine and see what else we can find. Okay, so looking at this a bit further, this is where I was standing before, looking at these tracks split here. And where this debris is, actually it looks like it might have been an ore pass, because it's hollow underneath, and the tracks actually continue out and around and out the other side at one time. They end here right now, but you can see the ties continued, so at one time they continued out. And I'm not going to stand on that because there's a false floor with all of this rock on it, but there's an ore pass on the other side of it going up and down. So maybe the ore carts that weren't going out would dump down to the levels below. And there must be something up above too, because there's an ore pass coming from above. So what we thought was just a little passing area, turns out that it's actually, you can see underneath here a little bit. It goes down quite a ways underneath there, so, but it's full of water. But yeah, and then the main tunnel continues that way. So we'll follow it a little further and check it out. So that's where I just came from, where the false floor was. And yeah, it looks like definitely, because there's an ore chute here, so there's obviously a big stope up above us somewhere to the left. We were in the one to the right, but then we didn't see anything off to the left, but obviously there's something there. We're in an area where you can see further ahead. There's a second ore bin, I'll zoom it in a bit, or ore chute I mean, coming down from up above, and another branch in the tracks. So yeah, let's go have a look. Alright, here's where this branch happens. There's a tunnel to the right. The ore cart tracks have been removed from it, the ties are still there. Looks like there's a raise or something in there as well. And the main tunnel continues this way with some signage and stuff in there, so we'll check that out later. But let's check this right branching tunnel first. Just a little ways in this right branching tunnel, I've come across another ore chute that's here in the tunnel in front of us. And this one comes so far out in the tunnel that they've had to put a kind of like a pad on the other side to deflect the ore down into the ore carts that would have been underneath. Otherwise it looks like it would have gone right over top. I don't know if that was a engineering flaw or just the way that it had to be designed at the time, but you can see there's a very narrow spot here. But yeah, the ore would have come out from the ore chute, and the ore cart would have been approximately where I'm standing, and it would have gone right over top, so they had to install this kind of padded, steel padded deflection system to deflect the ore down into the ore cart. So we'll make our way past this and continue deeper in this right branching tunnel. Alright, just a little further in this right branching tunnel, we've come to another intersection. Tunnel going to the right, tunnel going to the left. The one going to the left looks like it ends right where that debris pile is and goes into a stope. But we'll go check it out, but we'll take this right branch first. Make our way in it. It's a bit hard to walk in this. It's really kind of soft material. We're trying to walk on the ore cart tires. Ah, it looks like the bottom of a stope as well. So there's kind of a sloughed in area there as well as there. So we'll go in and check this right branch out and have a look up into the stope, see what it looks like. So there's the intersection we were just at. I'll check out the right branch. Apparently it's a raise into a, I don't know, upper levels or up into the stope or something. But I backed up a little bit to try to get a photo, and I noticed behind me, just after that ore chute with the deflection pad on it, that there's a raise going up right behind me. I didn't even notice it when I walked past it the first time. And I think that's a bat. Oh, no. I thought it was a bat at first, but I think it's a wedge. Yeah, that's looking up. There's a platform at the very top. So we'll make our way down here and around that right corner and check out that other raise. Apparently there's some cool ladders in there as well. All right, so I scrambled up this waste rock. Just came out of with the split in it where the two raises were, and I said this looked like a stoped area behind me in the left tunnel, and sure enough it is a large cavity of where they took out a lot of ore. It goes way up there. Some big rocks that have fallen down here, and yeah, it goes down, and oh, it looks like there might be a shaft at the bottom of it too. Over and have a little look down. Not sure if it just goes. Yeah, it sure looks like it. I don't want to get too close, but yeah, it looks like a shaft going down there. Because there's a ladder that used to come up by the looks of it, but no longer accessible. And yeah, the stope goes up into the left there. Looks like it just ends right there. A little dugout. And yeah, apparently there's another little window in that here, so we're going to climb around this side of it, because apparently there's possible daylight, so we're going to go have a look, see if we can figure it out. So I made my way up this, I don't know if it's collapsed or if it's just waste rock, from over there, from where that tunnel was coming out, to where we said we could see daylight, and yeah, sure enough, there's obvious daylight. It's clearly another opening to the outside that we weren't aware of. We didn't know it went to the outside from over there. So yeah, we're gonna go see what the other opening looks like, where it goes. Go check it out, see where it goes. So I made my way down from up there, which was, yeah, it's about 50 or 60 feet down this debris. Oh, there's a chute coming down up there too. I didn't even notice it on my way down. A raise going up, or a vertical shaft at the time before they started stoping. And yeah, panning around here, there's some anchors in the wall, some timbering, and it turns out this is actually, it looks like they stoped to the surface. They were stoping it out and just came out to daylight, because this is actually a pillar. There's daylight on the other side of it there to the right as well. And there's a giant rock pillar. And yeah, the daylight's there. It looks like it continues down to the left, so we're going to hike down there and have a look, because it looks like there's tunnels over there. So let's go see. Okay, so I came from over there. Hard to see because it's really dark. There's that rock pillar, and yeah, you can see daylight there where they stoped out. I can actually see ropes and stuff hanging down. You can see them in the video, I think. And yeah, they stoped all the way up here, and then coming down into this left, hold on, let me get my light on. There's a bit of stoping there, and down at the bottom here, apparently there's a pond, and a little tunnel past it or whatever, but apparently the water looks odd. So we'll go have a look at it. Okay, so I made my way down that debris pile down to this water. You can see daylight even coming in over there. That's where I came from, up there. And the reason the water looks funny, hold on, is because it's frozen solid in the middle. You can see around the edge where it's melted. That is a deep, deep hole. Ha! I know what you're thinking. But yeah, totally flooded and is just pitch black underneath. It looks like it goes down for a long ways. I know some other explorers might try to jump out onto the ice to say they've been out there, but yeah, that's not going to be me. I feel like going home. I don't know if this left tunnel goes in at all. Doesn't look like it. No, just that ends right there. There's a little bit of a cave alcove off to the left here, and some workings up top, so we'll go see if we can get to some of that. Okay, that's where we just came from, past that ore chute, and with the big stope and the two raises, the one with that stope to daylight, that's looking back out, and panning around was the tunnel that continued straight ahead. And I'm going to stop right here because there's a cool old sign here. I think maybe that all these big pipes were actually pumping out water, because there's a notice here that says notify J4000, J4100, J4200, etc. before stopping this pump. So there must have been a pump here at one time that was evacuating water from the mine. That's what we think these wide, larger diameter pipes might have been doing. And yeah, we'll make our way further into the Jersey pit mine. There's another ore chute beside me. You can see another one further down the way, so let's go see it. So that's where we just came from, down that tunnel there, where the sign was. And in front of me here, there's like this must have been where kind of one of the pumps were, or an air tank or something maybe, because actually this looks like air. Because if you follow this pipe over, there's a regulator and stuff on it, so it's probably compressed air. And this bigger pipe on the bottom here was for the water, we think, to evacuate the water out of the mine. Unless that notification for stopping the pump was for stopping the compressed air, but I don't know, it's hard to say. That pipe's really big for compressed air, and there wouldn't be two of them really, maybe, I don't think, or three actually. But who knows? But yeah, anyway, behind us the tunnel continues. Looks like there's another intersection. So let's go see. Okay, we've come a little ways past that compressor area, and there's a three-way intersection. One to the left, one straight ahead, and one to the right. So we'll check that right branching tunnel. Okay, this is down that first right branching tunnel. There's another one of those ore chutes with the deflection gate on it. Must have been by design. First one might have been a mistake, but this one's by design. Maybe it was just to stop if the ore didn't stop coming down in time or something. They could push that up against it. I'm not too sure exactly. And then just to the left of that ore chute, there's an old sign on the ground here. It says 4141 C2CH. Maybe radio calls or something. And then just to the above that is an old raise that goes up. You could kind of see where the platforms were. It was like ladder, platform. And that goes way up there, up into the stope up above somewhere. And yeah, our tunnel continues this way. And it looks like there's some sort of collapse in there, but we'll go see. So that's looking back at the three-way intersection. Above me here is a raise that goes up. I'll climb up and have a look at it, but I just wanted to show you the tunnel ends just a little ways in at a rock slide that is not passable. It's boarded off and everything, so it's a no-go after that. And yeah, so I'll hike up to the top of this raise and show you up there. Okay, that's looking down. That's the tunnel end where it ends at the rock slide or collapse. That's looking back towards the junction. And yeah, here's looking up into this raise. It just goes up into a cavity, so it goes up to those stopes that you could see where the ore chutes came down. Yeah, you can see the roof. So we'll make our way back to that intersection and take the straight branch, see where that goes. Okay, that's like where we just came from, where the tunnel ended in the collapse. That's our offshoot to the left. We'll check that out on the way. Main tunnel continues this way. According to the map we have, there's a couple more little offshoots to the right that are pretty short. And then the tunnel ends in a backfilled area that apparently keeps going, but you literally have to belly crawl. I don't think we'll do that, but that board that we saw on the sign there that said 4141 something something, it's also written on the wall here. Kind of see it. E4141. So that must have been the that drift name. 4141. So yeah, we'll check out our oh yeah, there I can actually see it written on the wall. It's hard to make out. You can see it right there. There's some writing. Looks to me like it says Jersey, Maine this way, but I can't tell for sure. I think I can make out Maine, but it's a little hard to read. Anyway, our tunnel continues this way, so we'll keep following that, see where it goes. Alright, that's looking back the way we came from that three-way intersection. You can kind of almost make it out there, and then just to my right here, or on the left-hand side of the tunnel, there's another ore pass that went up and to the left there, probably up into that stope that we could see going up above, a very collapsed ore chute. And panning around this way, there's another ore chute there, just ahead of me. There's another one of those gates, it looks like, on it. Oh no, maybe not. It actually just looks like a collapsed platform. And our tunnel continues past it with water. And I think I can see the backfill, but anyway, we'll make our way in and have a look, see what we see. No, I was wrong, I cannot see the backfill, but we have another three-way branch. Bit of water, not too bad. Straight tunnel, tunnel to the left with an ore chute that I can see with some collapse in it. And a tunnel branch off to the right, and another intersection where the ore cart tracks change. And a sign on this door that says sub 406. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Here's looking back in the tunnel. Left intersection, straight intersection, and just about fell over. Behind me is the substation. It says sub 406, so I'm assuming it's one of the substations. And inside here there was looked like electrical box with some large high voltage, looks like wires coming out of it. And apparently it looked like maybe an insulator or something inside. The box open. Yeah, they look like insulators. Yeah, high voltage. Made in England. And just around the corner was a glassed. Here's a glassed-in frame. It says something about method of resuscitation. I don't really want to touch it too much because I don't want to damage it. Yeah, it's just going to fall apart if I touch it, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, something about method of resuscitation. I was trying to see if I could see a date, but it's too badly degraded to see any dates. There's another, yeah, something for shock, and so there might have been like a first aid station or something as well. Panning around, there's looks like an old box of some sort. Not sure if it was dynamite or not. I can't read what the outside says. There is some red writing on it, but it's very hard to make out. And that's looking back out. So let's go check out that right branch, see where it goes. Well, that's looking out where we just came from, the substation was. Another ore chute here that's starting to collapse. A lot of timber on the floor here. Actually, I don't know if it's from the ore chute. There might have been a like a cover over the tunnel here or something, because the ore chute doesn't look like anything's missing from it. Looks like it's still in pretty good shape. And then just to my right here is a another rubble pile collapsed. It looks like a raise that goes up. Yeah, another raise that goes up there. All kinds of piping and stuff. All this stuff fell down from up above. There was obviously platforms, and looks like it might have been like a skidder on the side of it or something, or it might have just been ladder. Hard to tell. So badly broken. And our tunnel continues this way, so we'll go in a little deeper and see what's there. And that's looking back the way I just came, where that raise was, and there is another ore chute here. And just past the ore chute, there's a bunch of water, and the end of the drift. So we'll make our way back to that Y, or three-way intersection, and take a straight branch right at the substation. Okay, back at the three-way intersection where that substation was. Substation 40, what did I say? 405, 406, something like that, whatever it was. And I just noticed yeah, there's a handprint in the wall. Not sure if that's newer or done by somebody with a carbide lantern, or yeah, or somebody who pulled the switch and electrocuted themselves, and that's their hand getting fried to the wall or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the tunnel we just came out of, and straight ahead is where we're going. Let's go check it out. Okay, that's looking back down that straight tunnel from the three-way intersection where the substation was, and we've had a ore chute here plugged completely. Nothing holding the rocks back, so we were super careful climbing over that. And on the ground here, I was wondering what this tin thing was, or metal thing with these clamps on it, but it's like a hose clamp. Because I look behind me here and there's another one on the pipe here, so I guess they used it if a hose sprung a leak. They would fasten one of those on there, and don't know why that one's on the ground there. But maybe just didn't get used or fell off when the pipes came down. And yeah, our tunnel continues on this way. So we'll go deeper into the Jersey pit line. Right, so that's looking back at that collapsed ore chute that we crossed over where those hose clamps were, and looking around. Another three-way intersection, tunnel to the right, tunnel straight ahead, and then a tunnel off to the left there. So we'll make our way down this right branch and see what's down here. Just looking down that branch we took, first right branch after that collapsed ore chute, and here we have another ore chute with a bunch of debris at the bottom of it. An old pail. Can't read what it says on it. And on the other side of that's just a bunch of water in the end of the drift. So we'll make our way back to that intersection and go down the straight tunnel. Yeah, that's looking back the way we came in, where that collapsed ore chute with the hose clamps was. This was that tunnel that we just went down with the ore chute and the water behind with the dead end, and that is the straight ahead tunnel. So let's take that and see where it goes. That's looking back the way we came, not too far to that first Y intersection where the that collapsed ore chute and that was in the dead end, and then panning around here is this major collapse, which you can see there is a small tiny opening about a foot or a foot and a half high on the left side, and we crawled to the top of it to see if the tunnel continued, and it was backfilled past this. So it was only about 2 or 3 feet high, so we would have had to crawl on our hands and knees after going through this, so we decided to call this the end of the main tunnel. It apparently does continue, but even the guy that provided me the map stopped at the backfill and didn't continue on. So I don't know where it goes from here, but we'll go back and check out those left branching tunnels and see where they go. All right, back to this intersection. That tunnel to your left now was our last right that we took. Behind me is the backfilled area, and this will be our first left branching tunnel that we're going to take, which I believe I can see the end of, but I'm not positive. Let's go down and have a look. Okay, that's looking back towards the branch. You can actually see where the pipe is right at the end there. And looking around, it wasn't actually the end of the drift, but it is kind of, because it's a major collapse. There's this very, very small, about a foot high opening there, but we're not going to squeeze through it. It's just not worth it. Yeah, it looks like it's almost impossible to get over. I don't think I'm not very big. I'm only 145 pounds, and I don't know that I'd want to squeeze myself through there with my backpack and everything. So we'll make our way back to the main tunnel and take the next right, which apparently is a little bit longer, and then the last right on the way out is a really good long explorer apparently. So we'll go check out our the lefts that we saw coming in, or our rights going out. All right, we're back here. That's the main tunnel that leads out. We're back at the sub 406. You may remember we took that tunnel. And this was that three-way intersection, so we'll now make our way down. When we came in, sorry about the left branching tunnel, see where this goes. Okay, so I made my way in here. This tunnel, there's a heavy danger ore chute. There's a massive boulder being held up by like one rotten timber. So we made our way past that really quickly, and then there's a manway. Or used to be a manway up into the Stope that that ore chute was receiving ore from. And yeah, they just stoped up there, it looks like. And then down behind me, there's a couple of rather large pebbles on the ground here. That, and then what looks like another collapsed ore chute. I'll make my way up to it and see what's on the other side. Oh, there's another manway. All of these in this mine, right beside the ore chute, there was a manway going up. So I'll make my way up to that ore chute and see what's on the other side of it. So here's looking at that ore chute. It's badly collapsed. You can see on the other side of it. And I looked around, you can kind of see if you look around. That's the end of the drift right there, anyway. And yeah, this is that bottom of the manway. And that's looking back out, so let's make our way back out and find that next left coming in or right going back out. Apparently the next one's a good one, so we'll pick it up there. Okay, back at this intersection here with the offshoot to the right, the straight, that was the 4141 that we went down with that sign in it. And this is the tunnel off to the left. I think this is the long explorer. There was one that said on the map, you know, danger, false floors and stuff like that. And I believe that's this one. So let's go find out. Okay, that's looking back towards the intersection that we just came from. And panning around here, we've come to our first ore chute. And apparently it's been turned into a manway. Yeah. Turned it into a manway, so maybe they turned this into the escape way or something, because those are, they're neat, they're wood framed ladders with metal rungs. You can see, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom that quickly. Looking up there, kind of neat. There's a platform up there. I could almost get up that ladder. It would just be getting up the ore chute. It's about chin high. With no way to pull myself up because the ladder from here is missing. But yeah, pretty cool looking up there. And our main tunnel continues down this way. There's some kind of supports and stuff right here. Looks like, oh, there's like a platform up above. don't know if it just stopped rock from falling down or if it was an ore pass that they blocked off. Yeah, and then our tunnel continues this way, so we'll go further in and have a look, see what's in here.